Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, groggy, late for work as usual. You glance at the clock, panic mode activated. But then you remember, oh wait, you can teleport now. No need to fight through traffic. No rushing through the door with half a bagel in your mouth. You just think of your office, blink, and boom, you're there. Teleportation, baby. Life just got a whole lot easier. Or did it? Let's break this down. The idea of teleportation sounds amazing. Instantly being wherever you want. Yes, please. Morning commutes, goodbye. Vacations in exotic locations at the snap of a finger. Yes, we're in. But what does this new teleportation-filled world look like? Let's dive in and find out. So, let's say it's day one of teleportation technology. The world is buzzing with excitement. People are literally popping in and out of existence all over the place. It's chaos at first. Airports? Ghost towns? Traffic? Forget about it. Cars are obsolete. People are teleporting to work, teleporting to the beach for a quick dip, teleporting to Paris for lunch, then back to the office for a meeting. Everyone is happy, and the world seems like one big playground. But here's where it gets interesting. Imagine the amount of teleportation bloopers. Wait, I wanted to go to Sydney, Australia, not Sydney, Canada. This isn't right. Or how about, I was thinking of my friend's house, but somehow ended up at their ex's house. Awkward. There are bound to be some serious teleportation mishaps. Think about how this would affect relationships. LDRs? Forget them. You miss someone? Boom. You're right there with them. That person you had a crush on in high school? Teleport and surprise them out of nowhere. Maybe even two out of nowhere. Imagine suddenly appearing in someone's living room, and they're not as excited to see you as you thought. Awkward encounters would skyrocket. You might start appreciating those hours of travel time that let you rethink that impulsive trip. And then, of course, there's the classic case of human curiosity. People would be teleporting everywhere, just because they can. Ever wanted to see the top of Mount Everest? Blink, you're there. Of course. Now you're also freezing to death because you forgot to pack warm clothes. Oops. What about the bottom of the ocean? Sure, teleport down there, but wait, oxygen is a thing, and you didn't bring a scuba tank. Double oops? Speaking of oxygen, let's talk about how the environment might change. Before teleportation, you couldn't just zap into the middle of the Amazon rainforest for a quick tour. Now, people would be teleporting into sensitive ecosystems, trampling through the world's most fragile places. Sure, it's fun until someone teleports right into the middle of a herd of elephants. Not only are you disrupting nature, but you're also at serious risk of becoming an elephant pancake. Now, let's consider crime. If people can teleport anywhere, at any time, what does that mean for safety? Bank heists would get a whole lot trickier. Criminals wouldn't need to plan elaborate getaways. They could just teleport in, grab the cash, and vanish. The police? They need to get creative. Chase someone down? No chance. The criminal could teleport every time they got close, playing the ultimate game of hide and seek. Solving crimes would become an intercontinental game, with criminals zipping across the globe faster than you can say, "Catch me if you can." Governments would have their hands full. They need to set up teleportation rules, zones, maybe even teleportation taxes. Imagine trying to regulate a population that can pop up anywhere on Earth at any time. Countries might put restrictions in place, like no teleporting into national monuments, or please refrain from teleporting directly into government buildings. But you know someone's going to ignore those rules. The Eiffel Tower would never be the same with people constantly teleporting onto the top. Look, Mom, no tickets needed. But then, what about teleportation accidents? You aim for a spot, and oops, you're half inside a wall. Or you're teleporting to meet your friends at the beach, but you didn't account for the tide coming in, and now you're waist deep in water. That's a soggy start to the weekend. And think about the weird places people would end up just for fun. Somebody would try teleporting onto a space station. Sure, they forget about gravity and air, but that's future use problem. Someone else might try teleporting to the top of the Great Pyramid of Giza. A cool Instagram photo op, but not exactly legal or respectful. Teleportation might bring out the thrill seekers, but it would also lead to some serious rule breaking. Now, let's address something super important: privacy. Before, if you wanted to be alone, you could just lock your door. Not anymore. Someone could teleport right into your living room, and you wouldn't even have time to hide the fact that you're watching old cat videos and eating cereal in your pajamas. The concept of personal space would be completely redefined. It'd be like living in a world where everyone has a universal key to your front door. Creepy, right? And then there's the question of teleportation etiquette. What's the protocol? Do you call ahead or just show up? Teleport unannounced to a party, and you might arrive before the host is ready. You could end up standing there awkwardly while they're still setting up chairs. Or imagine teleporting to a wedding, thinking you're fashionably late, only to realize you're now center stage during the vows. Oops again. Now, of course, there would be people who take teleportation a little too far. Oh, I can teleport anywhere? Let me teleport to the top of an erupting volcano. Or, I wonder what it's like inside a hurricane? Let me just pop in and check it out. Some people just can't resist the temptation to push boundaries, even if it means risking their lives for the ultimate thrill. And then there's teleportation tourism. Why book a hotel when you can teleport back to your own bed at the end of the day? Hotels might go out of business, and tourist destinations could become overcrowded. The Great Wall of China? Teleport. The Pyramids of Egypt? Blink. There would be no such thing as off-the-beaten-path travel anymore because everyone would be popping in for a quick visit. Traveling the world used to be an adventure. Now it's just a blink away. And with all that teleportation going on, think about the toll it would take on local economies. Airlines? Gone. Uber drivers? Out of a job. Road trips? A thing of the past. The entire transportation industry would collapse overnight. Even shipping would be affected. Why wait for a package when you can teleport to the warehouse and pick it up yourself? The economy would have to completely reinvent itself. But let's look at some positive outcomes. World hunger? Teleport food to where it's needed instantly. Medical emergencies? Doctors could teleport to remote areas or get patients to hospitals in no time. Families that live on opposite sides of the world could see each other daily. The possibilities for good are endless. However, teleportation could lead to a whole new level of laziness. Why walk anywhere when you can just teleport? Why even get up from your bed when you can teleport to the fridge and back? The average step count would plummet. Fitness trackers would become relics of the past. Gyms might try to promote anti-teleportation zones just to get people moving again. No teleporting allowed in this spin class, folks. And speaking of laziness, remember when you used to make excuses for why you couldn't attend certain events? Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't make it to your dinner party. It's just too far away. Nope, not anymore. You can teleport there in an instant, so get ready for all those invites you can no longer decline. Your social calendar just exploded. In the end, teleportation would be both a blessing and a curse. The freedom to go anywhere in the world instantly would be thrilling, but it would also come with its own set of challenges. We'd have to learn new rules, new boundaries, and maybe even a new sense of responsibility. Because while teleportation could make life incredibly convenient, it could also make life incredibly chaotic. We'd have to find a way to balance the excitement of instant travel with the consequences it could bring. And who knows? Maybe after a few months of teleportation madness, we'd all find ourselves longing for the simple days of long car rides, delayed flights, and taking the scenic route.